Welcome back to The Grind. In this video, we're going to take a look at how to beat MANGOG in the Cavalier difficulty of the event quest. Now, MANGOG is not one of the most difficult bosses that we've seen, but there are a few things that you should know that might make your fighting a little bit easier. So first, let's take a look at the special attacks. The special one is the one you want to bait out, and you can evade the whole thing even if you're backed against the wall. You just have to time it right. There are 5 hits. It is more easy, obviously, to just create space and back all the way off until that last swipe. You dodge it, and then you can counter attack. Now, the special 2 is one that you are probably not going to want to have to deal with, but if you have Ghost, you can phase the whole thing, but it is a very long attack, and so you're ideally not going to want to let him get there. One of the challenges with MANGOG is this enraged state where he goes unstoppable for the duration of that enraged state unless you can stop it by throwing a special attack at him. Now, you can see you can parry him during this, so if you need to waste time, you can parry, you can do a couple attacks during the parry to gain power so you can throw a special attack. So how does he get to enraged? Well, every time you end a 5-hit combo with a light or a medium attack, you'll add 1 stack to his stacks there, and once he gets to 10, when he throws his next special attack, he'll get enraged state. Now, you just saw he got 2 more stacks for throwing his special 1. So every time he throws a special 1, he gets 2 more. And again, every time you end a 5-hit combo with a light or medium, you can see it adds another stack. So then he throws a special 1 again. He gets up to 9. And then I go in, and you can see here with this 5-hit combo, he gets to 10. When he throws that special attack, he gets enraged. He's unblockable during the special attacks. He's unstoppable during heavy attacks. And then again, you can see even though he's unstoppable, you can parry and do 1 or 2 attacks to gain some power. And then if you hit him with a special attack during that enrage, it will cancel that unstoppable buff, and then you can fight him a little bit more normally. Now, another one of the things to consider when fighting MANGOG is every time you knock him down, he gets an immunity to pretty much every debuff. So if you try to parry, it will fail. If you try to bleed, it will fail. And every time you fail to apply a debuff due to that immunity or any immunity, he will gain power. So champions that do not apply very many debuffs, especially bleed, as MANGOG is immune to bleed, are better, as well as champions that can use some power control. Even if it knocks them down, as long as you're able to power drain to avoid pushing him to special 2, it'll make this fight much easier. Dr. Doom is a great option because of the power control, but also because you can end your attacks with heavy attacks, and that does not count as ending your 5-hit combo with a light or medium, so you will not add those stacks, and that means you will delay the enraged timer. But every time he throws a special, again, you see he adds 2 stacks, getting him closer to the 10 he needs to get enraged. You just have to remember that if you do go for the Doom cycle, you can still do the cycle to power control, but once you get that attack off, he is going to have immunity, so you will not be able to parry him to continue your combo, but Dr. Doom was a very good option for this fight. Ghost is another very solid option as well. I used her a lot for some easy solos throughout exploration. You get a lot of damage. Of course, you do have the immunity, but you don't need to stun because you can just phase and then, intercept that way. Plus, you can phase the entire special 2, which is very nice. You don't have to worry about pushing him over 2 bars. And then because you don't finish combos, you don't have to worry about the enraged as much. Now, if you're a really good Quake player or have limited options, Quake is okay for this match because you can still Quake him, but over time he does gain power, so you will have to be prepared to get rid of that heavy by the time that he gets over 1 bar of power. Otherwise, you will eat a special 1 to the face if you do not time it right, as I ended up doing in this clip. But I have had some decent fights with Quake, taking off solid chunks of damage. But you can really just use any champion. As I've said before, Wasp is just a solid all-around general character if you don't need some significant utility. Does a lot of damage. The heavy attack chaining on the end is really great. You can push him to 1 bar of power pretty easily. He does get some power gain off the weakness that you apply with that heavy attack, and so you can get in a cycle where you just bait out special 1s back to back and throw off another round with that heavy at the end, but that does end up pushing him to enraged pretty quickly. So you just have to remember that you can break that unstoppable effect with a special attack, so you want to save some power for when he does does get enraged and unstoppable because you otherwise can get backed into a corner. But if you get used to the special 1 timing, you can still evade the whole thing while you're backed in the corner, and then wait until you're able to get some power. But the best way would be to plan ahead and make sure you do have enough power for at least a special 1 for when that effect goes active. So all in all, not the worst boss we've seen. I do hope this video was helpful. Good luck, and I'll see you in the next video.